It is December. It is 7 degrees, feels like 2, according to the weather app. So most people would probably have the heating on, or if they don't have central heating, they might have oil burner radiator things or fan heaters on or something. And then, sometimes the gas central heating boiler decides to stop working. That would be what's happened to me this morning. Oh, so I was sat, I don't even know what I was doing. Was I eating my breakfast? No, I wasn't. I might have been having a cup of coffee, or I might have even been drinking this, which I'm still on. And there was this noise, and it basically sounded like, do you know when someone's dragging the wheelie bin down the path or down the road to the house, and it's making that kind of loud noise? That's the sound that I heard from the heating. And they're thinking, that's a bit strange. Why is it making that noise? Didn't go on for a massive amount of time, maybe 10 seconds maximum. And then it stopped, and I thought, oh, maybe there was something stuck in the pipes. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a gas man. I don't know about central heating other than how to turn it on and off, obviously. So I'm sat there and I'm thinking, it's getting a bit cooler in here. And I touched the radiator and it wasn't hot, but it wasn't cold. Like it was like in between. And I'm thinking, as the thermostat clicked it off because it's got to the temperature in the house that the thermostat's set at. And then I waited a little bit to see if it clicked back on because the room was getting cooler. It wasn't getting cold. And it didn't. So I got up and I walked to it. And I turned it and it clicked. You know, when it clicks, it comes back on. And it didn't come back on. I stood there and I'm thinking, why is it not coming back on? Because normally it takes like maybe 10 seconds to kick back in and it makes like a little noise. Didn't happen. So I turned the thermostat up as high as it would go and I waited a couple of minutes. Felt the radiators and they were cooler than they were like 5 minutes earlier or whatever it was. So I went to where the boiler is. Is it called a boiler? Yeah, it's called a boiler. I'm doubting myself now. Opened it and then I pressed the mode button and it's flashing F4. So I was like, great. Googled it, and F4 basically means that the pilot light thing is not been detected. Doesn't mean it's not on. And for safety reasons, the whole system shuts down because obviously if that's not working, it needs to stop everything else from working. And it basically tells you on Google not to try and fix it yourself and to get a gas man. What are they called? I can't remember the word. Is it plumber? I think it's a gas. Anyway, the gas man. I don't know what they're called. Not that I would ever attempt to fix the boiler by myself because I don't have a clue. So the plumber, I'm hoping it's a plumber, has been contacted. I don't know when the plumber's coming, but it has to be today. So I started to do some stuff that I would have done after the dog walk later on, like I vac the house. I don't always vac the house after dog walk. Sometimes I do it in the morning. I just depends what else I need to do, how I feel mentally, physically. Because today, every temperature, I feel like I've not slept. I feel dizzy, and I just feel not great. But I was ill like for a few days, and then I got like 90% better, and now I've got this dizziness and weird stuff going on. I don't know what's going on. So I did vac, and I have gotten cooler. The only thing that I've got in the house that's warm is I do have an oil-filled radiator thing next to where I sit, and that is on. But the dog likes the living room door open, but she won't have a choice because if the plumber, I'm sure it's a plumber, Are they called plumbers? The gas man. I don't know when he's going to come. I know he has to come today, but what if he can't fix it today? I hope he can fix it today. I mean, I'm just thankful it's not like -degrees outside, because it would be much worse, but I am getting cooler. I have come upstairs, I've just washed my face and done my skincare. And when the tap first started running, I was grateful that it was cold, because I do have a temperature in my face. And then normally whilst I'm doing everything, it gets warmer. I forgot that obviously the heating's gone off, but the water tank water still should be warm or hot, because obviously that's been heated whilst it's still been working. It did get warm, like lukewarm, but I turned the tap off because I'd finished. I do actually need to have a wash or a shower. Probably a wash, because I don't want to get in the shower and use a lot more water and it go cold. So I thought I'd film a little bit. I'm going to drink the rest of my Lucozade, then I'm going to do my makeup and get ready. I wouldn't have normally got ready yet, but I need to keep moving. I don't think I'm going to go out on the dog walk earlier, because obviously when I go on dog walks, I get hot and I come back and I'm warm. So I'd rather go out the normal time, because I don't know when the plumber's going to come, and I don't want to go out for the dog walk now and come back earlier than normal and sit around or get cold. So I am actually dreading getting cold. I mean, I'm getting cooler sat here. I should shut my bedroom door to keep the room contained. But normally this floor is the hottest in the house, because obviously heat rises, and this is the second floor. I don't know I can't remember if we've ever had a heating issue before or where it's gone off. But there was one time a couple of years ago where the thermostat thing's in the hallway, and you have to walk past, and it's right next to where you go up the stairs. And sometimes when my dad was coming home after a couple of drinks, he was grabbing hold of the thing. I don't know why, because it's not low down. And eventually he did actually break it. And I come down one morning, and the front of it was on the floor. And he bought a replacement and put it on, but it was a totally different one to the one that was on. And it basically, because he'd broken the other one whilst the heating was on, the thermostat got stuck on full. So the heating was permanently on. And we had to turn all the radiators off, but there's one radiator you can't turn off, which is the main one. So that one, it's the one in the hallway, was red hot permanently, like it was hotter than it should be. So after about 4 days of sweating in the house in summer because of that one radiator, the plumber got called. I think it was the plumber. And he fixed the thermostat, and I could stop melting in the house then. But I feel like this is the first time that the boiler's broke. Or is it? I do have a vague memory. I don't know if it's whilst I've lived here, because I've lived here going up for 10 years. And the way my memory's working because of everything that's going on, I don't know. But I do have this vague memory that there was another time when we didn't have heating. And I'm pretty sure it was winter. But was it here? I feel like it was. I can't really remember. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But obviously it could be much worse. It could be like -2 outside, and it could be absolutely freezing in the house. I'm just going to have to keep moving, because I am, like, my back's getting cooler. My face doesn't get cooler, and I do feel dizzy. I don't know what's going on with me at the moment, health-wise, physically. But I am, when I finish filming this in a couple of minutes, I am going to put a little bit of makeup on, have a wash, get dressed. I'm still going to go out the dog walk at the normal time. I'm just going to do some of the stuff that I'd planned to do after the dog walk. just to keep my body moving. I don't want to sit around too much after I get up when I've stopped filming, because I don't want to get cold. Because obviously it's cold outside and it takes 10-15 minutes to get warm. I mean, I often do come back sweating, but I hope I come back sweating, because... No, I don't, because if I come back, I always need to sit down because I've been dragged, and I don't like just walk on flat surfaces and like up and down hills and stuff. I am always tired and I need to sit down for half an hour. I'm scared that I'm going to come home, I'm going to be sweaty, I'm going to sit down for half an hour and get cold, because I do get cold in general anyway. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. I mean, unless the plumber comes in the next hour or so, I just don't want to be cold. But I'd rather be cold than too hot. But I don't want to be cold. See, that's the problem, because I know I'm going to come home and potentially be sweaty, and I'm going to cool down. I mean, I've got, like, I could get in... Well, I don't want to get in bed, because I will get caught. I will fall asleep because of how tired I am, and I don't want to go to sleep. So I can't do that. I'm just going to have to probably keep moving and not sit down for half an hour, maybe sit down for 10 minutes or something. I mean, he might have been by then. He might have sorted it. I don't know. I mean, it has to be done today, because it is an emergency. But like I said, I'm not complaining, because it could literally be 2 degrees or -2. I know it says it feels like 2 degrees outside, and it's 7 degrees now. But, you know, it could be -5 outside, and that would be much worse. So I'm not complaining. I can't, because it could be much worse. See, that's my thing that I try and do, like when I've been ill this week, just gone. Like, I don't know if I filmed about it, but I basically am of the mindset that I could be much worse. Yeah, I didn't feel great, but I've been much, much worse. So I'm not going to complain, because it could be worse. And it's like this heating situation, or lack of it, it could have happened when it was -5 outside, and that would have been worse. So I can't complain. Obviously, it's not great, and it should be sorted by the end of the day, fingers crossed, and hopefully I don't have to go all day without it getting sorted. I mean, as long as it gets sorted before the temperature starts dropping later on. But yeah, that is how my December's going. I think it's the 2nd today. I've opened my advent. Where is it? I have actually done a video. I've not even edited it. I mean, it's only a small one. But I will be putting this on, because I am basically trying to use everything that I get on the same day that I get it. But I don't know what's in this calendar. I've seen people opening the 12-day calendar, because he basically said that none of the calendars have got any of the same items in. And then he's doing 2 Secret Santas, and he's basically saying the Secret Santas, none of the same things are in the 6, 12 or 25-day calendar. But I saw someone open a 6-item Secret Santa, and I've seen someone open the 12-day Advent, and there's a crossover. So I don't think it's entirely true. And I do believe I've seen this shade in the 12-day calendar, but I think it was a slightly different product. I think it was a cheek and lip product, but this is a cheek product, but you can easily use this on your lip. So it's potentially the same formula. Who knows? But I am going to put that on, because that's what I'm trying to do. But one of the days I might get something that might not be appropriate to put on my face, because I literally don't have a clue what's in this calendar. Based on seeing someone fully unbox the 12-day one, which I only watched due to the fact that Mitchell has said there's literally no identical products in any of the calendars, and he said if you buy all 3, you're not going to double up. When I was watching the 12-day one, I feel like from memory, I can't even remember, I feel there's a couple of things from that one if I had that one, I couldn't have worn on that exact day. There's been some lip products that have been like, I don't know if I'd use in general, but obviously that's the 12-day one. But the 25-day one may potentially have something that I either don't like colour wise, or might be something that I can't use because it might not be an everyday thing. Like there might be something full of glitter. I mean, he doesn't really do glitter stuff though, does he? He does like shimmery stuff. Well, very little shimmery stuff. but he does a lot of dewy stuff. So I don't know if he's going to put anything super glittery in. I don't know. But so far, so good. I am actually enjoying the calendar. I was worried. Because I filmed that video, I was worried about the potential contents because I did read some reviews. Some were absolutely loving it. Some were indifferent. And some were like, no, it's rubbish. A lot of those people didn't have it. But some of them were like, oh, God, I wish I could cancel it. But the overall majority were loving it. But they might be like big Mitchell fans, because some of them just buy everything he does because they're a fan. I don't buy everything that brands do if I don't love the product. But yeah, this is going to go on my cheeks. it is a cheek thing. I was just going to say I might put it on my lips, but I doubt I will today anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. I mean, I absolutely love the lip oil. If I can get it the right way around. I've put this on several times, so this is a winner for me. I'm just moving my hairbrushes out the drawer because, do you like my mirror? I've had this ages. I've actually got a second one of these in case this broke. But when you hold it far away, it kind of like magnifies. So even if you're holding it like super far away, it looks like you're close. And when you got it close, it don't magnify, thank God. Because I don't want to see myself magnified. From Unicorn Cosmetics, I do have a second one. But the lip oil, I was just going to put it on, but I've not brushed my teeth yet. Do you know what? I wish it had a slight scent to it. I love the formula. It's not too thick, but it's not thin. It's not sticky. It has a shimmer to it. It feels nice on the lips. It doesn't feel heavy because I don't like those heavy ones. I know I don't like sticky ones either. And it's got a slight tint to it. I do love this. So day one was a win for me. I do have a curved case. I just don't have this shade. I have this shade in a blush. So it is quite pigmented. I've not actually swatched this because the first time I'm going to use it is on my face. So that's what's going to go on my cheeks today. I need to remember because I've got liquid blushes in the bathroom and I do my base makeup in the bathroom. Do you know, like, if I use sun tint, which I won't be using today, if I use like the Goddess Illuminator, that's in there. I'm not going to put that on. My foundations are in there, my concealers are in there, my liquid blush is in there. So that's what I would typically put on my face. So I need to remember I've got that, because otherwise I'm going to reach for a liquid blush or a cream brush because there's some in there as well. And my powder blushes are in here, but my curve case is in here. You can see which my favourite shade is because I've hit pan on it. So I'm guessing it's the same formulation of this. Oh God, I have seriously hit pan on that. I've been mixing the dark one with the light one. But that, I wish he did a full size version of that shade. It's called Hollow there. Hollow as in HOLLO. I wish he did like a big like thing of it because that is the shade for me. I don't think I'm going to put bronzer on. I've not worn it for a couple of days. I might put a bit on because I look like death, but it keeps raining. If I don't wear that, I'll be wearing my Peaches and Cream one in the shade Sunshade. You see how I'm hollowing it out? I'm making it bigger and bigger. I'm trying to reach the sides because you know when you like got a product and you just go in the middle and you end up with it at the sides. I'm trying to make this wider at the sides, but there's just so much product in there. Am I ever going to finish this? Because you only need a little bit because this is actually too dark. I have a slight face tan, but it does sheer out. But anyway, I am going to go. I'll update in this video, but I won't prattle on the way I've just prattled on.